Hi, welcome to the Andrews Experimental Forest and Long-Term Ecological Research Site. We are located in the Western Cascades of Oregon. We are a program that's dedicated to understanding as much as we can about forest and stream ecosystems, and then using that knowledge that we gain about how these systems work to come up with solutions to management challenges that we face as a society. So here's a map of the Andrews Experimental Forest, and you can see how steep the terrain is here and as it is throughout the Cascades. We are down at headquarters. We're at 1,400 feet elevation, and the highest peaks you see here on the Andrews are over 5,000 feet elevation. Hi, I'm Mark Schultz. I'm the director of the Andrews Experimental Forest. We have more than 100 different research programs going on at the forest at any one time, and more than 80 researchers and graduate students associated with the program. So my role is to try and coordinate all these different education and research activities that are happening on the forest. When I'm not involved in the administration, I do a little bit of research on my own. I'm trained as a forest ecologist, and at the Andrews I'm associated with our climate science, and I'm also working on our phenology program. So the phenology program, we were attempting to cover all of these microclimate gradients. So we have points down here at the bottom of the valley, the mouth of Lookout Creek, and we have points all the way up at the top of these ridges. Okay. And the bird crew, they attempted to put transect lines that gridded this entire landscape up into 180 points to try and get as many stations for studying songbirds as they could on the landscape. So at the Andrews we use a range of instruments to study all aspects of climate, but particularly precipitation. So right in front of me is a tipping bucket rain gauge, which is a fairly reliable technology if you don't get a lot of snow. We also collect rain in these collectors here, and every week we analyze these samples for chemicals, for looking at pollution. We're part of the National Atmospheric Deposition Program. So this is an acoustic profiler, which goes by the acronym of SODAR, like radar. And essentially it's giving us a profile of wind speed and wind direction from about 10 meters above this castle-looking device that's sending up that sound, all the way up to 400 meters of elevation. So we can see how different wind systems are crossing. Yeah, you can see this alder is already leafed out.
Yeah. Doing all right?
And that hemlock there, it's got some swollen buds. So here's tree one.
Okay.
Got breaking buds. Got leaves increasing in size.
Okay, so
big leaf maple number 2 is a little further along.
and two. This is
So big leaf maple 2,
number 2.
we still have one breaking bud, so yes for breaking buds. We have mostly leaves increasing in size.
Okay.
No colored leaves. And on this one we have no flowers or fruit. 158. And we have breaking bud, and we have leaves that are increasing in size.
Yes.
And we have no flowers. So the phenology that we're studying here at the Andrews is tied in with all of our basic ecosystem monitoring, and we're trying to really tie together our climate science with what that means for forest productivity, for stress that maybe these plants are experiencing in particularly warm years like we have this year, and trying to understand how plants interact with insects and birds and how that timing varies when we have high variability from year to year and from site to site. What we're missing is that broader perspective, and what Oregon season trackers, what you as Oregon season trackers allow us to do is to get that regional perspective and to understand whether what we're seeing here on the Andrews translates into the larger region and the state of Oregon. So we're very grateful to you for your participation, and we look forward to interacting with you in the future.